Hey, welcome in. Thank you so much for joining us. We're glad that you are here with us today. We are HeartSupport, a nonprofit that uses music to improve our mental health. And so today we have a very special guest, Carlos Escanilla, and we're excited for him to be here because he has this perfect blend between an extremely seasoned therapist and a high-demand musician in Miami, Florida. And he is going to be joining us today to cover a kind of historic song now, given the Jimmy Kimmel live situation, but Knocked Loose and Poppy on Suffocate. Carlos is a therapist who has been practicing for over 15 years, which means he's had hundreds and thousands of sessions with individuals and couples to walk them through all different kinds of issues and scenarios in life. And so he's going to bring a huge wealth of knowledge into the conversation today. And he's been a musician his entire life. And so to have that unique blend of both is what we do here at HeartSupport. So we're so glad to have you, Carlos. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Love being here.
Yeah, this is going to be a fun one. You don't listen to metal. Is that correct?
I do not. Not at all, actually. Yeah.
Not at all. That's great. So this is going to be an interesting flavor for you as like an R&B, musician. Sorry, correct me. What's the genre?
Folk, soul, R&B, retro R&B, all that stuff.
So as a soul musician, this will definitely be a little bit out of your lane, but there will be a little flavor that you'll enjoy in this one that will connect with probably what you're used to. So we're gonna go ahead and do the Jimmy Kimmel live version, because it is kind of a historic moment for the metal scene, for so many people on a global platform to experience a genre of music that they're not used to. And it has been a controversial moment in mainstream media. So we're going to cover that. And Carlos, we're going to read some of the comments together and just process this moment, this historic moment. Sound good?
All right. That sounds great. All right. I'm going to click on it. Here we go.
Let's do it.
Their album is called You Won't Go Before You're Supposed to. Here with the Grammy-nominated song Suffocate with help from Poppy, Knocked Loose. Suffocate.
Oh, I love this already. Whoa. Holy shit. Whoa. I don't see, I don't understand what happened with this thing, what the deal is with like the requesting an apology. Up to now, this is fucking badass. But this guy's got the energy is, it's contagious, man.
Can you imagine, right? Being in a crowd. It's such a silly situation, I show up to a concert. I think it's going to be like PG, right?
Right.
I have an impression of the music that Jimmy Kimmel brings, and I'm like here just bopping about, not knowing anything that's about to happen. And these people come out, and then you get hit with Suffocate. Like, oh my
And then
gosh.
the pyrotechnics are like just epic, like freaking fire everywhere. It's like, yeah, man, that's, I get it. I don't associate that with like the Jimmy Kimmel, vibe in the show, but I get that it's, innovative, if you will.
Yeah. So you're vibing. Let's keep rocking.
Okay. Let's. There you go. There's people moshing. People are enjoying it. Yeah, this guy's. Who's this? Oh my god, I love her. Oh my God, I love her.
Did you expect that?
No, I just saw a white dress. I'm like, what's gonna? Yeah, man, it's super casual, and then she's just like, just blows you away. That's insane.
It's insane. This
She's
collab
she's
is
phenomenal.
insane.
So who's she? Is she also like a metal artist?
She's a feature on this song with Knocked Loose.
Okay.
Morg, do you have a little bit of background on Poppy?
Oh man, let's talk about Poppy for a second, my friends.
Amazing. So she's angry.
Boom. Yeah. So this song, if we dive into when we dive into the lyrics, it is about a relationship where you feel suffocated. Right. Wow. So that's where the name of the song comes from. So the anger that you're feeling, that the music is conveying, is an accurate depiction. Like when you finally click into realizing that the relationship, all of the things you've been suspecting are wrong, are actually wrong, and that floodgate of anger opens up. It's that moment of like, oh my.
Yeah. She's pissed. It's good. It's so good though. It's like, it's good anger. I mean, at least for me at the moment.
As a therapist, have you seen this type of anger be a helpful tool in someone's healing journey?
Absolutely. Yeah. I've seen it. I've definitely, been in situations where there's a couple and I've had to call a person out and say, hey, you're kind of being manipulative or have narcissistic tendencies or kind of gaslighting a little bit. I've had sessions where I'm like, why don't we stop telling this person how they feel and they can let us know how they feel instead of you telling them how they feel. That'd be nice. They never like that. They never they always look at me like they want to kick my ass.
Yeah. Have you seen a situation where someone has actually like made a change?
Traditionally, I see more of the positive outcomes on the person receiving it, and that's been kept in the dark. And then when they start realizing, oh, these things that have been happening are wrong, and these things I shouldn't have been treated this way, and I have been made to believe that I do this incorrectly, or I say that incorrectly, or everything I do is a problem. At least my experience with couples, usually what we call, I guess, the perpetrator in this case usually just walks out and doesn't come back, or they say they're going to work on it, but it's hard. It's a process for them because they're so caught in self. They're so caught in their ego that they've become accustomed to treating people this way. They have to, it takes a long time for them to catch themselves and be open to somebody saying, oh, you're doing that thing again. You're making me feel like I did something wrong when I didn't do something wrong. You're doing that thing again. And it's whether that person is willing to say, oh, my bad. Okay. I'm trying to catch myself. I'm trying to do better. Or the person just says, you know what, screw this. I'm out. They end up leaving. Yeah. Wow, dude.
Here comes the sauce.
I love the separation.
Thank you so much.
Oh my God. Woo!
I'm so angry.
I feel like that scream is the anger of freedom.
It's a release. It's not a attack type anger. It's like just, I'm done. I'm free. That brought up some repressed anger in me, man.
Yeah, tell me about that.
Yeah, maybe I'm in a therapy session right now.
I love it. This song is powerful, man.
Well, it's cathartic is what it is. It's very cathartic. It's very like just let it out. Just just whatever happens.
Yeah.
And I love that. I'm like happy for them. Like I'm like
Yeah.
like what that creating that music and performing it
Yeah.
and being able to give it to the world through a show like Jimmy Kimmel Live, like that's like, yeah, man, like this music exists.
The
You
thing
know?
that really hit me, especially after just that initial conversation about different people in your therapy sessions, is that sometimes you don't have words for your anger and you just need to fucking yell,
Yeah.
you know? And that's what I love is after that breakdown where it's ba ba ba, and then it comes in with that hit. That's not a word. That's just pure emotion.
It's like
I've
being
got
stuck in a
goosebumps.
straitjacket. It's like being, and then you're just like, it's just this, like I said, it's like one, I mean, it's just one big, like, yeah,
I'm sure that it was announced that it wasn't a surprise, but not everybody did their research. They
right,
showed
right.
up to the concert and or they showed up to the online viewing and they didn't know, and so there were people who were caught off guard and they're asking for an apology. So I would love to scroll down to the comments and see if we can
Okay.
see any of that and address it together.
Oh, I love this Marty McFly quote. I guess you guys aren't ready for that yet, but your kids are going to love it.
Knowing that this upset people so much makes it the best late night band performance ever.
I would agree with that. Yeah.
But I think the thing, because there's legitimate concerns, right, for some who experience an actual negative experience, right, with their children or some kind of visceral reaction or some kind of like they weren't prepared for this and it caused them harm. What this kind of touches on is this idea of if I don't like something, then I'm entitled maybe to someone apologizing to me. Like, do we feel like it almost feels very similar in texture to cancel culture?
Well, I mean, it's all just very ego-driven based thinking, right? This was my experience. This is what happened to me. This is what happened to my son. Therefore, it's wrong all around. Just being caught in ego, and it's first me, second me, third me. There's no other people in the world that might possibly enjoy this, or especially when it comes to when it comes to anything related to art, right? It's subjective. That to me, I don't listen to that type of music. I might now, I don't know, but I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the energy and all that. But you have to be in a space where, hey, it's not all about me. Like, I'm sorry that you had a bad experience, but there's so many people who had a great experience watching that. It's that lack of resilience of, I'm uncomfortable. It's okay that I'm uncomfortable. I've raised two boys. I have a 17-year-old son. I have a 16-year-old son. And like, hey, this loud music made me cry. All right, well, that's it. Your feelings are valid. I'm sorry I made you cry, but this exists in the world. You weren't harmed. You were fine. Your body's fine. You have the choice to not consume that music in your life. But if somebody consumes it around you, it can't make you break apart, right? Like, it's fine, because there's 8 billion people on the planet, and they all might like different things, and it's okay to have those differences. Those reactions are just like, this was my experience, therefore everybody needs to just, agree with me. And
Yeah,
that's just ridiculous. It's just not going to happen.
Yeah. So I think that when I was listening to the way that you would handle it with your sons and the way that you personally handled it as not a metal fan and you came into this, I think there's two different like question centers that people are coming from. There's one question center, which is, do I like it? And if I don't like it, right, this idea of like, you should have played something I like.
Right.
Versus what is there to like about it?
Right.
Which you said, like, you enjoyed the energy. You enjoyed like
Yes.
having your expectations surprised. You
Yes.
enjoyed seeing something different than what you're used to, right? You found things that you could like about it. And
That's
even
right.
though you might not have, like, I know that you enjoyed it, but like, if you're someone who didn't like it, there's another question you could ask yourself. Instead of, do I like it? And if not, then I should be upset about it. Asking the question, what is there to like about it?
Yeah, I mean, I wish more people would lead with that. You know, like there's good in everything, and it involved writing lyrics, and involved creating a song. There was a creative aspect and work that was put in, just like people go to work every day and put in their hours of work. You don't have to like it, and the world is going to be okay with you not liking it. At the same time, to be like, oh, it needs, I demand an apology. No, you're not going to get an apology for people, you know, just writing and creating and creating their artistry. And my son's in two hardcore bands, you know, and he loves it, and that's his world, and it's fine, you know, and I don't have to like it. You know, I have to like the fact that he has something, and that he's passionate about something, and that he is in a creative space. I don't have to consume it. I'm more concerned that he has that outlet.
Yeah,
You know?
absolutely. Well, Carlos, first Knocked Loose experience, historic moment in the metal world. Any final thoughts?
Oh man, I loved it. I can't wait to I'm gonna like text my son as soon as we're done. I can't wait to tell him everything. He was so excited about this whole thing. I think that I'm gonna consume the music. I'm gonna listen to that song, and I don't know. You might have a new fan here. I loved it. I appreciate what the song's about, the performance style, I mean, it was just great all around. I admire it. I admire it. I think it's wonderful, and really opened up my mind to it, to be honest with you. I mean, I don't know, if you check in with me in 3 months, I don't know, man, I might be listening
At a Knocked
to some
Loose
stuff.
concert.
Yeah, to that point, honestly. And I'm not just saying that, honestly. The energy was just great.
Oh, I love that so much. And thank you so much for demonstrating what open-mindedness can look like, right? It's like you demonstrated a courage to come into something that you didn't know, to experience something you weren't expecting, find something you enjoyed about it, and it added value to your life. And so thank you for modeling what a resilient mindset can look like for us and for our viewers. And thank you so much for being here and bringing your decade plus of experience. This was a blast. I'm glad that you enjoyed it. And for you, if you're watching and you want to get involved with this movement of people who love music and finding others who are stuck in relationships that are unhealthy for them and they need support to find their voice, if you want to be someone who's capable of walking alongside someone in that journey, please click the link in the description and sign up to become a volunteer. We will train you, and we will surround you with other music fans in this Healing the Scene movement. We would love to have you. And if you have wanted to contribute in a creative way, we have inspirational stories every single video this month with a supporter of HeartSupport who found a unique way to contribute to the cause. And so the story today is from a good friend of ours named Andy, who didn't have the means to contribute himself, but chose to advocate for his company to contribute to HeartSupport, and they ended up forming a grant for HeartSupport. And you can check out their full story. It's Andy and Tim, who's actually at the foundation. It's a wonderful conversation. Really cool to see what the power of championing something you love can do. So if you want to be inspired and find unique ways to contribute, click the interview in the description of this video and you can find it and watch it yourself. But as always, thank you so much for being here, and we'll see you in the next video.